let's discover!
The Colosseum is the main symbol of Rome. It is an imposing construction that, with almost 2,000 years of history, will bring you back in time to discover the way of life in a Roman Empire. The Colosseum is an oval amphitheater in the center of the city of Rome, Italy, just east of the Roman Forum. It is the largest ancient amphitheater ever built, and is still the largest standing amphitheater in the world today. Despite each age, construction began under the Emperor Vespasian in 69 to 79 AD and 72 and was completed in 80 AD under his successor and heir. Further modifications were made during the reign of Domitian, 81 to 96. The three emperors that were patrons of the work are known as the Flavian dynasty, and the amphitheater was named the Flavian Amphitheater for its association with their family names, Flavius. The Colosseum is built of travertine limestone, tough, volcanic rock, and brick-faced concrete. The Colosseum could hold an estimated 50,000 to 80,000 spectators at various points in its history. Having an average audience of some 65,000, it was used for gladiatorial contests and public spectacles, including animal hunts, executions, reenactments of famous battles, and dramas based on Roman mythology, and briefly mock sea battles. The building ceased to be used for entertainment in the early medieval era. It was later reused for such purposes as housing, workshops, quarters for a religious order, a fortress, a quarry, and a Christian shrine, although substantially ruined because of earthquakes and stone robbers. The Colosseum is still an iconic symbol of Imperial Rome and was listed as one of the new Seven Wonders of the World. It is one of Rome's most popular tourist attractions and also has links to the Roman Catholic Church, as each Good Friday the Pope leads the Way of the Cross procession that starts in the area around the Colosseum. As we expected, the Colosseum has always an endless line and the entrance. The best way to skip the lines upon entering and to get to know the famous monument in details: first, search on the website what to do and where to go. In order to avoid endless lines that can cost you several hours, it is advisable either to arrive early in the morning or to buy an entrance ticket in the Palatine Hill or to buy tickets online. Another way to avoid lines is to buy the Roma Pass, a discount card that offers free entrance to the Colosseum without having to wait in line. The Colosseum could stimulate water battles. The land-based battles were definitely the main event of the Colosseum, but Rome needed space to prepare for water-based battle as well. The intricate plumbing system built underneath the Colosseum once allowed for the entire arena to be flooded to stimulate the ocean. Soldiers could make use of the arena to prepare for what might happen to them while out on the real seas in battle situations. There are 80 entrances and exits into and out of the Colosseum. Back in the day, the arena could accommodate 80,000 spectators at one time. Today, the Colosseum is used for tourism and the occasional live concert performance. During this event, it is able to hold just 50,000 people due to the structural constraints and safety regulation. Not all the 80 entrances are in use. Some have been sealed off also for safety reasons.
Non aveva l'aria di essere di Genova.
Allora, potete digitare subito il pulsante verde per ascoltare le istruzioni. Dopodiché andate qui dietro l'angolo sulla sinistra, sull'affaccio dell'arena troverà il numero 1. Alla fine di questo corridoio numero 2 sale il numero 3 e continua con il resto dei numeri.
Perfetto.
Quando ha finito restituisce all'uscita, troverà il mio collega.
Perfetto.
Buona giornata.
Grazie, buon lavoro.
Altrettanto.
Vediamo se riesco a aprirlo perché...
Questo mio? Inglese?
Faccio vedere, sì.
Ok, grazie.
No, inglese era per me.
Era però. Instead of taking the local guide, we choose to take a smart guide that explains you where to go. We'll show you the points and directions. Each point has a history that happened at that time. This smart guide has a multi-language that you can choose what language you prefer to use. Very comfortable, easy access, and stress-free without problem. According to the Codex calendar of 354, they were seated in a tiered arrangement that reflected the rigidly stratified nature of Roman society. Special boxes were provided at the north and south ends, respectively for the emperor and the Vestal Virgins, providing the best views of arena. Flanking them at the same level as broad platform or podium for the senatorial class, who were allowed to bring their own chairs. The names of some 5th century senators can still be seen carved into the stonework, presumably reserving areas for their use. The tier above the senators, known as the Minium Primum, was occupied by the non-senatorial noble class or knights, equites. The next level up, the Minium Secundum, was originally reserved for ordinary Roman citizens, or plebeians, and was divided into 2 sections. The lower part, the Imum, was for wealthy citizens, while the upper part, the Summum, was for poor citizens. Specific sectors were provided for other social groups. For instance, boys with their tutors, soldiers on leave, foreign dignitaries, scribes, heralds, priests, and so on. Stone and later marble seating was provided for the citizens and nobles, who presumably would have brought their own cushions with them. Inscriptions identified the areas reserved for specific groups. Another level, the Minium Secundum and Lineus, was added at the very top of the building during the reign of Domitian. This comprised a gallery for the common poor, slaves, and women. It would have been either standing room only, or would have had very stepped wooden benches. Some groups were band together from the Colosseum, notably grave diggers, actors, and former gladiators. Each tier was divided into sections by carved passages and low walls, and were subdivided into cunae or vidges by the steps and aisles from vomitoria of sets was numbered, permitting each individual set to be exactly designated by its gradus, cunius, and number. The arena itself was 83 meters by 48 meters, 272 feet by 157 feet, per 280 by 163 Roman feet. It comprised a wooden floor covered by sand. The Latin word of sand is arena or arena, covering an elaborate underground structure called the hypogum, literally meaning underground. The hypogum was not part of the original construction but was ordered to be built by Emperor Domitian. Little now remains of the original arena floor, but the hypodium is still clearly visible. It is consisted of a two-little subterranean network of tunnels and cages beneath the arena where gladiators and animals were held before contest began. As we took the stairs going up, you can see very old structures, amazing stones that curves. Antiquity around you is very amazing, and you cannot believe if you've seen this Colosseum, guys. Arriving on the top floor, we found an impressive museum that had a lot of antiques collections since before. Passing through of this impressive collection, we arrive in the open space of the arena, which you can see all the view of the Colosseum. Eighty vertical shafts provided instant access to the arena for cage, animals, and scenery pieces concealed underneath. Larger hinge platforms, called hegmata, provided access for elephants and the like. It was restructured on numerous occasions. At least 12 different phases of construction can be seen. The hypodium was connected by tunnels to a number of points outside the Colosseum. Animals and performers were brought through the tunnel from nearby stables, with the gladiators' barracks at the Ludus Magnus to the east also being connected by tunnels. Separately, tunnels were provided to the emperor and the Vestal Virgins to permit them to enter and exit the Colosseum without needing to pass through the crowds. Quantities of machinery also existed in the hypodium. Elevators and pulleys raised and lowered scenery and props, as well as lifting cage animals to the surface for release. There is evidence for the existence of major hydraulic mechanisms, and according to ancient accounts, it was possible to flood the arena rapidly, presumably via connection to a nearby aqueduct. However, the construction of the hypodium at Domitian's behest put an end to the practice of flooding. The exhibitions of exotic animals, executions of prisoners, recreation of battles and gladiator fights kept the Roman people entertained for years. The Colosseum remained active for over 500 years. The last recorded games in history were celebrated in the 6th century.